All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA show. So, what I'm going to talk about today is I believe a lot of times men don't want to acknowledge, but they are not ready to be in a relationship. And I know I was one of these people off and on throughout my life. I think, like a lot of men, uh, you have times in your life where you want to be in a relationship and you feel alone. Then other times you may be in a relationship and you want to be left alone. Right? And I think that goes for women as well. A lot of times, you get what you desire a lot of times, but it's not always what you thought it was going to be, which is kind of, that's a whole nother podcast in itself. But I do think there are a lot of men out there that do at times feel lonely and they think they want to be in a relationship or they want to be in a relationship. Then they get into a relationship, but every time they get in this relationship, it ends up going sideways. Because I do think a lot of times they want sex, they don't want to be kind of caught in a situation where they want to answer to anybody or they want to have sex with other women, not just one after a while, or they just don't have the patience to be in a relationship and revolve their life around someone else. And I think this goes for women as well. I shouldn't just say men, but I know a large part of my audience is men, 80%. So that's why I kind of gear my podcast towards them. But yeah, I think a lot of people in general, what they want they keep getting, and then they keep finding themselves failing at what they wanted, which is a relationship a lot of times. I think what people need to understand is a lot of times you're just not ready to be in a relationship. And it's hard to say that because, it's, I think we're programmed a lot of times if we're single, especially if you hit a certain age, late 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever it is, if you're not in a relationship, something's wrong with you, or you're not dating somebody, or somebody more often than not, let's say, or you have somebody that's been around for a long period of time, and you're kind of embarrassed maybe because you're a guy and you got to go out to dinner by yourself a lot. You're always a third, a fifth wheel type thing, or you go to parties or gatherings and you're always by yourself. You're like, man, you know what I need? I need a woman, or I need to be in a relationship. Then again, you start to date someone or others and you find yourself failing every time. Hey, I talk about this a lot of times. One is it falls on you, but number two is it just may not be for you at this point in time. Listen, guys, a lot of times women as well, the timing just may be not right now to be in a relationship. You may be starting school. You may be starting a new job. You may be an entrepreneur. You may be going through whatever, a bad breakup or divorce in your past. You could still be hurt. Or you're just not interested. You're just not willing to put the time and effort into it because relationships take a lot of time to mature and develop, especially if you want a successful one. It's not just something you go on a date a few times and be like, oh, okay, we're in this relationship. This is wonderful. Because I don't think it necessarily works out like that. But what I do think men need to think about, if their relationships aren't working or they haven't worked in the past and they're still looking for one, is take your time. I talk about it all the time. I'm not going to get into my whole thing regarding how to build friendships with women first, but that is one of the main things I tell a lot of guys what you should be doing. Maybe if you're having a problem getting in relationships or keeping one, just slow everything down. Relax. I really believe in time, I'm telling you, you are going to start finding the right one, but you have to put yourself in the right place at the right time to find the right type of woman or women. You got to just understand you may have to put a little more effort into it. One of the reasons also it may not be working with women that you're getting in relationships with. They're not your type of woman, even though they may look like it from the outside. I'm just telling you, you may date beautiful women, right? Maybe within even your own circles and all these things, but maybe you're looking for something different. Maybe somebody who's I'm not saying not beautiful, but maybe somebody who has a totally different perspective on life, maybe a totally different lifestyle than, what the ones you've had in the past. You've got to sometimes realize that, knowing what you want a lot of times, this sounds crazy coming from me, but a lot of men, I tell them, you need to know what type of woman you want and you go after it. It's really that simple to a certain degree. But a lot of times men think they like a certain type of woman, which I'm sure they do, but they don't understand maybe they would like someone else even better. Or someone who's different, like somebody who's not always what they've gone after before. So you may be like, I only like whatever. I like Hispanic women, let's just say, and that's all I'm really down with. And they've kind of excluded everyone else, which is fine. After a while, though, it's just not working with them. Maybe you should consider maybe trying to date an Asian, maybe a white girl, maybe an African American. I don't know. But just maybe not getting caught doing the same thing over again with it not working out is what I should say. So definitely keep an open mind regarding those type of things. All right. I am going to wrap it up there, though. I'm trying to keep these short. You got any questions or comments, hit me up. I'm at masteringselfconfidence.com. I try to help men find a woman or women of their dreams, even if they've been through a bad breakup or divorce, at richcelenza.com. And guys, I will wrap it up officially with this. Do not panic. Don't let anybody pressure you to being in a relationship that you're not ready for. That could be even if you're dating somebody. That can also be your family members. It could be your friends, your colleagues. You may be the last one standing too a lot of times, right? Where everybody else has gone off, got engaged and married. That doesn't mean you have to go do whatever you don't want to do. All right. Or you may be the first one to get a divorce. So now you're kind of on the outs there. So you're thinking, oh my God, I got to get back into a relationship with someone because all my friends and family members, they're all married. I can't just be floating around by yourself. Maybe it is time to be by yourself. Or, you may be somebody who has had a divorce and then has not been with somebody for a long period of time as well. And everybody kind of puts pressure on you and going, oh my God, your divorce destroyed you and all this type of shit. Don't fall for that. Go where your energy leads you. You're going to find the right person eventually if you are truly open-minded and you have patience to learn how to accept others, I believe, when it comes to relationships. So, any questions or comments, hit me up. Take care.